Every video that I've seen so far of Katy Perry's tour, I can't tell if it looks like a good show or if it looks like a really shit show, and then I can't tell if it looks like it was expensive or if it was a really cheap production. Like, she's not a real pop star.
Anybody else see the choreography Katy Perry was doing on her Lifetime tour? Like, if the robot had too much rust.
You literally just got back from space.
It's an ambitious April. Launch after launch after launch.
Katy Perry is scrambling because her tour is going viral for all the wrong reasons. It's clear that she has rushed through this entire process. The tour is lazy and fans are noticing. Now she's caught embarrassing herself on stage with terrible dance moves and lip syncing almost the entire concert. Katy Perry's career is clearly in the gutter, so let's get into it. Katy Perry's new tour, the Lifetime's tour, is an absolute flop. Let's talk about why. Now, I want to admit that I'm not a Katy Perry hater. I used to be a big fan of hers back in the day, but when I heard she was coming back with a new album with Dr. Luke, I couldn't help but give her a side eye. And now, just 2 weeks after she went to space, she is kicking off her Lifetime's tour, and it's not going well. It's actually doing, I think, worse than the album did, because, you know, the album was mid, the music wasn't great, but now we're watching her perform it live and seeing how disingenuous she is. Like, there's no way that Katy Perry actually thinks this music is good, especially with what she used to put out. I mean, it makes me question what happens to celebrities when they become so, like, unreachable and so distant from reality. I mean, I guess it's the Katy Perry phenomenon. One thing that really annoys people is the fact that she's using AI on this tour. I mean, we talk about AI now so often, but when it comes to big projects like this, it's frowned upon because there are so many people trying to work in Hollywood, so many struggling artists. So now the fact that you could just type a few things and get this visual that would typically cost like a lot of money, it's lazy, and it's showing in her like visuals. They look AI, things look a little bit off, and it's like, who are these people that are being thrown up on screen? Like, I would be so pissed if like my likeness was used in this way at all. It's just so phony, and it shows like the laziness when it comes to this tour. Not only is the dancing not great, they don't even want you focusing on the dancing. They want you focusing on this weird AI screen with phones, and like, look, why is this phone so high up when the crowd is so far away? It reminds me of like when Donald Trump posted like his crazy like AI video of like where the Gaza, and it had like some like men like bikinis on and like beer. I don't know. AI just doesn't work. Like, you know how human, it doesn't have the human touch. You can see right through it. And it's not only that there's poor production value, it's also Katy Perry's own dancing. It kind of seems like she's winded, and it reminds me of why like Taylor Swift said that she ran on the treadmill every day of her Eras tour, because you have to have stamina to keep up with that performance. I mean, look at the dancing here. Even she doesn't even believe in herself. Like, let's go, people. And I cannot, you know, hold a beat for my life. To save my life, I have no rhythm. But I could do this. And she's, what? Okay, she got some people cheering right there. Okay, I don't know why, but this is making me think of like the Ozempic allegations. Like, just because you're on Ozempic and you get skinny doesn't mean you're fit, does it? I don't know. I'm not on Ozempic. Honestly, I probably would tell you guys, because I tell you guys everything if I was. But I don't think it makes you like fit. It just makes you skinny. The comments read, close enough. Welcome back, Jojo Siwa. Another person added that J-Lo can finally breathe again. Ashlyn Walker wrote, I love being in the timeline where I am cooler than Katy Perry. But some commentators aren't as nice. Like this person wrote, Katy Perry, please stop. Another person writes, Katy Perry gives me the creeps. Now, I think one of the worst moments by far was some of the choreography I saw, especially because we see the artist Pink. She does a lot of like aerial work in her shows. Now, I really like Pink's like personality and her music, but the aerials never made sense to me. Like, I get why people like it, but she's just like, it looks like it's just fun for her just to swing around the whole like stage and just on these ropes, and it really never really like added up to me. Like, why are we doing this? and she's singing at the same time. It just seems really difficult. Well, Katy is almost doing her own interpretation of this, but it looks like they rehearsed for maybe like 2 minutes before they went on stage. You know what's worse than getting injured? Fighting with the insurance company afterwards. They will often stall, delay, and lowball you because their goal is to pay you as little as possible because they are not on your side. That's where Morgan & Morgan comes in. They are the largest injury law firm in America with over 1,000 attorneys and millions of clients served. They've secured billions of dollars for settlements and verdicts, including a $26 million payout in Philadelphia, 40 times more than what the insurance company originally offered. And the best part about Morgan & Morgan is that they don't charge anything up front. There is no consulting fee, there's no hourly rate, there's no hidden cost by going and getting them to help you out. So if you've been hurt in an accident, Morgan & Morgan has your back if you become their client. You can go to forthepeople.com/Sloan or scan the QR code on the screen to start your claim now. You probably could get it submitted before this video is even over with, and it's not gonna hurt to go and figure out how much you are owed. Thank you, Morgan & Morgan, for sponsoring this video, and enjoy. Now, first off, get a look at this landing that she's gonna do on this dancer. It looks like she's about to fall off to the side. The outfits are a complete mess. I can see wearing fur boots and some shorts, and watch her jump across. This is my favorite part. She skipped the person, not her skipping them, jumping on the back of their necks. That seems like an injury bound to happen, especially like I've got bad neck pain. So, oh, I think they need to lift her up like another foot. She seems a little like close to the ground. Also, my mind's thinking like, what if those cables like snapped? That would be horrific. Oh. Okay, it's just kind of unnecessary. Like, okay, she can do flips. She didn't even land it nicely. Like, poor Katy Perry. I can't believe she's doing this to herself. It makes you wonder if you're ever in that position of like being an artist, wouldn't you want to leave on a high note? Granted, I think that she had like probably albums that she was contractually obligated to do, which is why we've got this mess. This comment reads, every video I see of Katy Perry's tour, I just see her flying around. Larissa writes, the space trip was so short that Katy Perry didn't have time to gain her gravity back. Rocky Mo wrote, at least Pink sings live while she's flying in the air. Jules writes, every video I've seen so far has been giving first rehearsal energy. And Soretta added, seriously, this is painful to watch. Something about Katy Perry is that she loves to be up in the air, and actually during her song Roar, she's flying around on it appears to be like a metallic butterfly. Now, if you offer Katy Perry something to ride around up in the air, she's gonna take it. I believe when I saw her on one tour, she rode like maybe a hot dog, or maybe that was Miley Cyrus, but I swear she rode something. Maybe it was a big like electronic like horse or something for Dark Horse, but she loves to ride up in the air. Now, by far my favorite moment in the show is when she is fighting a heating tube during the song E.T. Again, it looks like we're getting this like AI background where there's like this monster who's made up of a metal heating tube, and for whatever reason one of its legs like sticks out, and Katy Perry ends up fighting it and beating it. It's really giving nothing. Like, is this supposed to be like some snake-like creature that she's attacking with like fog coming out of it, but not much fog is coming out? Oh, and there she goes, she won the battle, but the vocals are not winning. It's sad to say. In one video, the crowd yells, Katy, hermana, ya eres mexicana, a classic fan chant that basically translates to, Katy girl, you're already Mexican. She then twerks to the beat before asking, what does it mean? What does this mean? She's so like white girl awkward. I know like I'm a white boy and I'm white boy awkward too, but she's white girl awkward. Although there are some people who thought Katy Perry was absolutely serving in the videos coming from her first concert, many others were not impressed. People often criticized the singer for her rather unusual choreography, or lack of, which I'm pretty sure in a blind item breakdown episode, we talked about how some of the singers are threatening to leave her tour because they don't want their reputation in dance to be associated with this. One person writes, maybe instead of going to space, Katy should have been rehearsing her fight moves a little bit more. Others took issue with Katy Perry's lack of artistic vision for her tour, declaring the whole thing to be messy, which is exactly what I thought when I first saw it. Like, it doesn't seem like there's no concept here. This tweet reads, the more videos I see of Katy Perry's tour, the more she pisses me off. I'm actually offended by how messy she is. Tom wrote, every single video I'm seeing of Katy Perry's tour is so cringe. People thought it was interesting too that in her track A Woman's World, which is about female empowerment, she only has male backup dancers there. Not very girl boss of her. The fact that Katy Perry has 0 female dancers on stage during her performance of Woman's World on her Lifetime's tour says a lot about her and the type of feminism she claims to represent. It seems that there's a disconnect between the message of female empowerment and this song. You guys know I try to be nice to our girl Trisha Paytas about this song because she was featured in the music video, but I can't get behind it. I just can't. And what's this dance? What's this like punch dance that we're dealing with here? Like, make it make sense. It looks like a shoulder workout. Like, it really does. Like, that's what I'm gonna be doing in the gym later. People are starting to even give advice on the internet saying to save their money and to skip the Lifetime's tour, asking if it's really worth it in this economy. Those are my kind of people. So Katy Perry is in a new era of her life. You know, this was a comeback tour for her, a comeback album. She's now a mother. She's got her man Orlando at home. But I can't imagine what she's thinking. I mean, I hope she's unbothered because these headlines would be very disappointing. I wouldn't want to even continue the tour. Katy Perry's being mocked over her mom moves on the opening night of her Lifetime's tour. Whoever is working on her PR team is working against her because the fact that she did like the space flight just a few weeks ago, people still, they're not over that. So they're still holding on to that and the fact that she did such an unnecessary thing. And of course, they made that embarrassing skeptical of it. Now she's facing scrutiny on her tour because she can't sell any tickets. Her US date starts in 2 weeks in Houston, Texas, and it looks like there are plenty of seats if you guys want to go and attend. Katy Perry's also being compared to other pop stars like Beyonce, who's got her tour kicking off in a few weeks, Taylor Swift, who had an amazing tour. One person wrote, girl, WTF is this? Even Taylor dances better than this. Are her choreographers third graders that won a contest or something? One person accused Katy Perry of giving Lazy Town, as another viewer said, every time I think that she can't possibly flop harder, she pulls some stuff like this. And it's actually pretty sad to admit this because, like I said, I was a fan of Katy Perry's, especially back in like high school and when I was younger. I believe one of my first YouTube videos was like 7th grade, like dancing to one of her Hot and Cold songs with my little sister. So I've been a big fan. So this is just sad to see. It makes you question, like, is there any part of her that wants to be doing this? Or does she have to be doing this? Terrestrial. And it's a good song too. Not the heating tube. Not the heating tube. Now, the thing about tours, even though this looks like it's low budget, it costs a lot of money. And to keep her record label happy, to keep Dr. Luke happy, she's got to go and sell this tour because the streams, they don't really pay much nowadays. You make your money on tour. Dates currently for the show, especially in Minneapolis, Minnesota, Denver, Colorado, are particularly bad with row upon row of seats available. Some tickets are up to like $50, which, you know, I guess that's not too bad. It wasn't like Taylor Swift's like thousands of dollars, but like, you know, people actually want to go see her. Oh, actually, the cheapest ticket right now for her first show in Houston is about $97. So, you know, I would pay $30 for like a back row. But $97 for a back row? Please. A source says that there was already concerns about poor ticket sales even before the Blue Origin space flight. They were pretty dismal. Katy truly believed her tour would take off like Taylor's. That again is like next level delusional if she thinks she's at that level. Because like even I'm living in reality and I can see Taylor Swift's fan base is huge. We're not seeing like Katy Perry's people rallying for her like they are for Taylor. It's just not happening. The source continues. Some higher ups at Live Nation were skeptical from the beginning. There are talks about what to do if the venues don't fill up further. That would be so stressful to be Katy Perry and have to deal with that. Katy Perry was allegedly forced to cancel 2 concerts in Mexico on May 1st and May 2nd because the stadium she was scheduled to perform in was not built in time. So I guess this isn't her fault. She said, "I wish I could fix this, but it's beyond my control," adding that she'll be creating something special for her fans in Mexico in the future. But it's not just these problems down in Mexico. It's really here in the United States where we're not seeing the tickets sell at all. I believe the blue are unsold tickets. She will be playing, well, at this point, 81 dates across North and South America, Canada, and Europe, and Australia, and 2 nights in China. So she's got quite the tour planned, and it looks like she's trying to copy kind of like the Eras tour by saying that this is the Lifetimes tour. And she wants you to come as your favorite timeline within her lifetimes, I guess. Kind of like, again, copying the Eras, but not doing a great job of it. An inside source says that Katy has regrets about making a public spectacle of the trip, which she reportedly thought would be great for PR for her tour. Remember, she tried to show her set list on camera, but the lyrics or the song tracks were so small in font that no one could read it. So it was like a launch that no one cared about, or like a release. Plus, who releases their set list before their tour? Like, aren't we supposed to go onto Reddit and guess what the set list is?
You literally just got back from space.
It's an ambitious April. Launch after launch after launch. This is my opening costume, actually. It is. It's my very first costume, and behind me I go through the rings.
Thank you for revealing your opening costume here on ET. This is an
Only for
exclusive,
ET.
okay?
And look at these nails. I'm a bit cyborgy. I play a video game character in this show, which is really exciting. In this video game show, there are levels and there are goals, and I have to collect hearts in order to use that to power up to defeat the evil forces. I actually have a section, it's like level 3.5, where it's a bonus section. I've collected enough hearts, and I get to now choose my own adventure. I get to revisit a past timeline. I pick a few super deep cuts from each album, and I throw them up there and I let the fans vote. They're literally pulling out their phones, doing a QR code in the moment, and the power is in their hands.
Not her like trying to make this into a video game, which actually sounds like a decent concept, but it's not coming out that way. It's not looking that way. The AI visuals, the monster, the evil forces being the heating tube. It makes me think of when I saw her live. She had so many good props, and this just isn't good. The singer has been disappointed due to the low demand in certain countries. Her expectations were high. I want to know who at Katy Perry's team is setting her expectations so high. Who is lying to this woman? This article is so shady. It says maybe next time she wants to launch a comeback, she'll think about not working with an accused R word. Especially when Kesha's kind of working on her own comeback. One person shared a video on Reddit saying, "After watching this video from another thread I saw this morning, I can see why. This video makes her show look really bad." Let's take a look. Yeah, I mean, the lifesaver is a little bit odd, right? And the fighting too. Like, shouldn't the laser hurt the person? Yeah, it's kind of reminds me of like almost like a school like class like play that you would throw together. Like, hey guys, look at what we did. This person wrote that was atrocious. She looked completely gassed. Everyone was moving in slow motion. She obviously is not singing live. I'm not sure I understand the point of attending something like this. I could get some middle schoolers to act that out over Katy Perry's set and it would look familiar. Another person added that she doesn't have the stage presence to lip sync and cover it up with dancing. And finally, another person asked, was that even dancing? My expectations were low for this tour, but holy F, that was bad. Even if we ignored the lip syncing, which she's not doing half of the time, it looks like she's just messing up the words. The choreography is puke-worthy. I'm not expecting any Star Wars level stuff with that lifesaver, but I expect her to have some more energy and enthusiasm than a 60-year-old. Another person said that she is really facing a career crisis. Another commenter added, I really want to know who her management and her circle is that keeps letting her make these decisions. The last good decision it seems she made was being a judge on American Idol. She could have rode that easily into her legacy act, but she clearly thinks of herself and wants to be a contemporary A-lister, but she's just not. Now, you guys know how I brought up Katy Perry's like set list and she shared it on her space flight, but nobody cared. Well, Camila Cabello randomly shaded Katy Perry in the nicest way possible. I mean, honestly, Camila doesn't have any room to go shade anyone because her career is begging for water. Please. Quote, Camilla said on TikTok, didn't have the budget to fly to space to promote my tour date, so I made this TikTok instead. Now, this was supposed to be like a nice way to like kind of shade Katy Perry and I guess to promote her tour as well. Honestly, I feel like Katy Perry, a few artists can probably just jump up together and like just make their tour into one tour. Just give them each like 20 minutes to go and do their thing. But you know what? Good job, Camilla, for getting yourself out there, because I haven't heard about you in months. So this is a good way to get your name in the headlines because Katy Perry is flopping so hard. Try to make yourself look better. Definitely a shady move. But I want to hear what you guys think in the comments below. Are you going to be attending the Lifetimes tour? Be honest, let me know, because I want to have some people on the ground doing some real research. You know what I mean? But until next time, I'll see you in a new video soon. Bye, guys.